The Boston Celtics just got exposed by the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their lack of a true facilitating point guard down the stretch that can get paint touches and kick to shooters really showed. Jayson Tatum has been able to do this at times this year for the Celtics to cover up these cracks, but amidst a huge drought from beyond the arc, these flaws really showed down the stretch. Now, are the Celtics going to go 9 for 46 from 3 every game? No, they're probably going to double that percentage, which ended up coming out just under 20%. But give all the credit in the world to this Oklahoma City Thunder team who sped them up with their length, their athleticism. They don't even have Chet yet, and they didn't have Alex Caruso today. They came out and made a statement tonight, proving that, hey, we can knock off the defending champs with Tatum, with Brown, and we don't even have our second best player yet. Give all the credit in the world to Shai Gilgeous, who has led the Thunder to a 15-game win streak, the longest in franchise history. Now let's break it down. So early on, this game was back and forth and really was a preview of what will probably be this year's finals. Shai gets the layup, Jaylen Brown answers right back. Jaylen Brown was hot in the first half with 21 first half points. Shai then once again answers with a really tough lay. He is so tough when he gets into the lane. And then, like I said, back and forth, Porzingis with the hammer. Right now, coming off the screen, Shai gets to his left once again, gets the and one to put the Thunder up by 4. Now Tatum decides to take things in his own hands and goes up with the lefty lay. It was back and forth early, and this is a very evenly matched series. The Thunder didn't have Chet or Caruso today, which makes things little bit more complicated come playoff time when it comes to predicting this series. But if Jaylen Brown's hitting fall away threes, it's going to be tough. Gets the and one to go right there. He was the engine early on for this Celtics team. And then Aaron Wiggins, that's a guy you got to keep in mind, right? Getting buckets right there. They got Isaiah Joe too, a couple of really nice wings to have off the bench. This Thunder team is really good, really deep. And like I said, Aaron Wiggins is going to be a household name come playoff time. You better remember the name. Jaylen Brown, once again, he can go left, to the left this time. And then once again, Isaiah Joe for 3. So back and forth go Joe and Wiggins, and then Jalen Williams starts to get involved, drives and kicks. He finds Wiggins this time, who has been playing some really good basketball as of late. And then once again, it's the Jaylen Brown show early for the and one. Gets to the mid-range and then finds Cornette down low for the easy layup. Jrue Holiday, doesn't matter. Jalen Williams, that's a tough contested fall away jumper, and this was a really fun game to watch. But then the Celtics start to pull away. Here they get it to 8. Now Derek White makes it a 10-point game with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Cason Wallace with a tough bucket against Jrue Holiday, but the Celtics were able to respond. Kendrick Williams knocks down a 3 to make it 49-56. But once again, the Celtics are able to respond this time with a Derek White 3-ball coming off the screen. Hey, that's the modern day Klay Thompson. Get used to it. And then Jaylen Brown once again continues to kill. It looked like he was going for 40 again. That one almost touched the rafters. Shai trying to keep the Thunder in it and succeeds, gets the and one to cut it to a 9-point game. But now the Thunder are out and running, and Kristaps Porzingis up top makes it an 11-point game with a minute left. And then Derek White with, well, he missed a 3, but Jayson Tatum with the follow to make it a 13-point game going into the half. Shai out of the half, starting to turn this into a closer game, gets blocked, goes back up, turns it to a 6-point game. This was, like I said, really fun to watch. And the Celtics, they were hitting a couple of shots early on, but they only scored 15 points in the third quarter and 12 in the fourth quarter. Their 27 points were the lowest by a Celtics team in 13 years since 2012. Kind of crazy that 2012 was 13 years ago. But as you can see here, it was still a 10-point game really for the majority of the third quarter until the end, when the Thunder start to make their charge. Tatum, once again, keeps it at a 10-point game, and they were kind of going back and forth after that early lead opened up at the end of the second half. But after this Pritchard bucket right here off the top of the backboard to Cornette, that's when things really started to shift. Lou Dort knocks his 3 down, subtle foreshadowing for later in this game, and then Aaron Wiggins finds Shai on the backdoor cut. Now, before we get into this Thunder comeback, make sure to the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. If that is you, go ahead and fix that right now. Also, go ahead and check out our football channel as well. With that being said, let's get back to the video. In this second half, where the defense was elite, just look at the ball pressure, right? SGA, he's on Horford, so other than that, that doesn't really count. We got Cornette taken care of. Isaiah Joe here is a safe distance from Sam Hauser. He can still recover and close out. Aaron Wiggins in full denial here against Peyton Pritchard, and then Lou Dort just not letting Jayson Tatum get the ball whatsoever. So as Horford tries to make this entry pass, right, pressure burst pipes. He throws it far a little bit. Isaiah Joe's able to track it down, and now we're going the other way. 2-on-1. Isaiah Joe makes the correct wraparound pass here to Aaron Wiggins. He almost drops it. But yeah, that's the ability that the Thunder have with this length and athleticism that we're about to talk about. So yeah, the Thunder can really speed you up. It starts with Lou Dort, 6'4" with a 6'9" wingspan. His partner in crime on the wing, even though they didn't have him, is Alex Caruso, 6'4" with a 6'6" wingspan. Jalen Williams has a ridiculous +7 wingspan with a 7'2" wingspan coming in at 6'7". Cason Wallace a +5 coming in at 6'3". Aaron Wiggins, like we said, he's a great bench wing to have with Cason Wallace, with Isaiah Joe. Even Shai has a 6'6" or a 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan, and then a 7'6" wingspan for Chet Holmgren. And Hartenstein has a 7'2" wingspan. So even without Chet, who anchors everything, they have been playing well. And once again, like I said, Aaron Wiggins is going to be a name to remember. Gets them to within 1, then they take the lead, and now Cason Wallace gets downhill to give them a 3-point lead. Al Horford would answer, but then the defense continues to step up for the Thunder. Once that defense tightened up in the second half, it was wraps, right? There's no movement offensively for Boston. They're just stagnant. Jaylen Brown completely over dribbles here, goes right into the hands of Aaron Wiggins. Cason Wallace then beats everyone to it, gets downhill, and this was a really, really tough layup by Cason Wallace here over Drew Holiday. That's great defense too, and that's just a great layup right there. As we said earlier, the adjustment of this game is what Mark Daigneault did to Jaylen Brown, who had 21 first-half points and 0 second-half points. What happened? Well, he got put in the torture chamber. Lou Dort proceeded to lock him down, 0 for 7 in the second half. That is rough sledding for him. Jayson Tatum was able to do a little bit, but he was the only one that could even get anything. Jaylen Brown misses the 3 here. Drew Holiday actually comes up with a nice offensive rebound, gets to Derek White, and then just the swarming defense. Lou Dort right here, he's going to go take it away. Cason Wallace is going to be out. Jalen Williams is going to be out, and they're going to beat the Celtics down the court. Just great hustle here from Dort, and nobody else can even get back there. That is the Lou Dort effect. He hits some threes as well. And now coming down the stretch of this game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander shows that he is the #1 closer in the league right now with Luka out. Now, hey, Shai gets his moment. This is a ridiculous step-back 3. He's shown everything else. He's shown the mid-range, being able to get to the rim, and now he shows the passing with Isaiah Hartenstein on top of Derek White. That was everybody's reaction. The big man right there, he just mounts Derek White midair at the rim, pats him on the head. That is ridiculous. Jayson Tatum does answer to cut this to a 6-point game, but that was the last bucket that these poor Celtics would score because it was the Lou Dort show late. A crazy block by Shai, and then another defensive stop right here. He was on top of things defensively in this game. Give me that Jaylen Brown. He also, if you watch the game, had the pin block that led to, I believe, a Lou Dort 3. I believe it was this 3, actually, for Lou Dort. And then he puts the dagger into the Celtics. Lou Dort was wide open for another 3. Doesn't get it. Now he does, and turns this into a 13-point game, and that's huge for Lou Dort, who, on top of elite defense, over his last 12 games is averaging 10.3 points, 4.4 rebounds, and shooting 44% from downtown on 6.5 attempts. That is very good stuff. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, obviously you liked something, make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. We're looking for 300 likes on today's video, and with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.